guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another dark and rainy day where I'm from. Apologize for the lighting in this video. It has been just a very nasty week here, so I can never seem to find a day with good light, so forgive me for that. I'm very excited to talk to you today about a brand that's very near and dear to my heart, one that I've name dropped on a multitude of my videos, and one you may have actually seen hidden in the background in some of those as well. Some of my older live sessions in another office of mine, you may have actually seen a picture of the Bauhaus art school in Germany. Bauhaus style is something that is very meaningful to me. I absolutely love the simplistic but complex, in a way, minimalist aesthetic of Bauhaus design. And a watch that embodies that style more than most is Nomos. Nomos has very much taken the Bauhaus aesthetic to another level, and they're a very young company. They've only been around since 1990, but in that time they've made a wonderful name for themselves. They have a wonderful following behind them, and they're a brand that not only embodies the Bauhaus style, they have a uniqueness to themselves, and they offer something that's very fresh on the market. And I'm really happy to see that they're doing well. And I've talked for more than I can count of times of potentially picking one up. A friend of mine recently picked one up. My friend Mark, who also owns that IWC Mark 16 you may have seen, and he's definitely convinced me that they were definitely a watch to own. So for today's review, we're going to be looking at a Nomos Orion. This is a watch that's been in their collection for quite a while, and they offer it in a multitude of sizes, everything from 33 mil to 38 mil. This particular example is a 35. It's a little small for my wrist, but the watch itself is a perfect example, and on someone of his size, which is a much smaller frame than my 6'3", he wears it perfectly, and I'm very happy that he let me borrow it, and I'm extremely excited to be reviewing it with you today. Always we do these quick wristwatch checks. Today I'm wearing my Rolex GMT-Master Pre-Ceramic 16710. Love it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's check the watch out. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get this thing kicked off. This is the 35mm version of the Nomos Orion. This is a beautifully designed watch. Obviously you can see the tones of the Bauhaus art school and its minimalist design aesthetics. It's just a beautiful piece to look at. Got a lovely running seconds at 6 o'clock. You've got the Glashutte right below Nomos. I know I'm going to get slaughtered for my pronunciation on that. My German heritage is angry at me. You can see quite a bit of reflection on the crystal. This is a sapphire, however it is not AR coated, which honestly isn't that big of a deal. I don't mind it, but you are getting reflection. First position on the crown is winding. This is a manual wind movement, as I will talk about in a bit when we flip it over. And it is also hacking, as you can see there, which is always a nice touch, especially if you want to accurately set a watch. Hacking to me is a great complication. You see as I can flip it over, the balance wheel is there, is completely stopped, and that gives it kind of a nice little feel overall. Now you're looking at the 1TS movement. This was the first kind of foray that Nomos did into in-house. It's based on a Perso 7001 Bosch. However, they changed enough parts on it that it was no longer interchangeable with that, and they gave it its own name, which is the 1TS. And has a Trivos fine regulation, and they also replaced the plate and the balance cock with gold-plated pieces for that decorative look. There's also you can see some blued screws going on, so it's really quite a nice movement, and you can see it's extremely thin. You look at the size of the case here, it's a very slim case, and those lugs too are very thin, and the sapphire is obviously very low rise, and it just adds a very nice aesthetic to the watch. And again, that gold plate on the balance and the plate itself is kind of cool. This is a Nomos original strap. It's actually trivia made. I believe it was actually made in Texas of all places. Nice contrasting white stitching with it. It is a shell cordovan, handmade, and it also comes equipped with the original buckle, in this case branded Nomos. So it is a nice strap. You can definitely tell it's of high quality. It is a soft, flat finish, and I gotta be honest, personally I like more of like a general kind of hide feel to my strap, so it's not personally for me. I'd probably try a different strap on it, but it is very nicely made, and it definitely is befitting of a watch of this caliber for sure. But again, this watch is just pure simple watchmaking. It's a piece of art. I mean, it very much speaks to the tones of the Bauhaus art school. There's nothing overcomplicating or taking away from it. It is just pure watchmaking. And I like the fact that they didn't put a date on it, and I like the fact that the seconds is at 6. It's not really cluttering the dial, and you just have those applied markers at the hours, but otherwise it's just a flat dial, and it acts a really nice aesthetic. And you can see if I compare it here to my Rolex Explorer, I mean, it's a very different size watch. So my Explorer is 40 mil, again the Nomos 35 mil. Again, on the wrist, it wears smaller. It actually wears somewhat similar to what you would expect of like a Patek Calatrava. And if you like a thinner watch on the wrist, you don't like a heavy feeling, I think you're really going to like the Nomos. It just is a very nice cuff size watch. What I mean by cuff size is you can wear this with dress cuffs and you can slide the watch easily under. Makes a great dress watch. It's just a nice, timeless, clean, simple design, and it's a great thing. And Nomos is doing well these days, and they deserve it. So beyond the fact that I wish this was a 38 mil to fit my wrist better, I love this watch, and I'd be happy to wear this watch every day. Newer versions of this watch also have a completely in-house Nomos design movement. Nomos is known for doing all in-house movements these days, and as far as I've heard too online, they have a pretty good reputation for having great customer service as well. And you know, again, if you just like clean, minimalist style watches with a nice kind of clean aesthetic, I mean, Nomos to me is just kind of the way to go. There's Stowa and Longines, and there's some other great ones out there, but Nomos definitely deserves a look. And just the timeless design of these watches just cannot be underexpressed. I mean, funny, right? It's a great piece, and if you love Bauhaus design, I mean, this watch is, to my mind, a must pick up. So let's, with all that said, let's go ahead and jump back. Hey guys, welcome back. So I hope you enjoyed the review. A couple of the things I want to touch on. I'm really excited to say that I was offered a press pass to attend a show in Abu Dhabi this year called Big Boys Toys, taking place later this month, the 23rd through the 26th, I believe. Unfortunately, in America, we have this holiday called Thanksgiving, and I've already made plans for that, but I would have loved to have attended. Any of you guys down in Abu Dhabi or are going to be near Abu Dhabi, if you go check it out, please let me know how it goes. It looks pretty cool. I know they have like transforming cars there. Patek Philippe is going to be there. Lots of luxury goods, supercars, you know, yachts. I mean, it's going to be super, super cool. I understand, and I would love to check it out personally, but I can't. So if you guys go, or if you're going to be in the area, check it out, and then let me know how you like it. So I would definitely be cool to see how that went. I'm really, honored that I got invited to go at all. So thank you guys at Big Boys Toys for the invitation, and I hope you guys have an awesome show this year. And another thing I want to touch on as well is thewatchface.com. Those of you that may have seen a couple weeks ago, they were very kindly reached out and did an interview with me. They also have done interviews with CG, who's going to be on the channel soon, hopefully, as well as Federico Talks Watches, TGV. I mean, they're really kind of hitting the community hard lately. They also were kind enough to let me write an article for them. So I just wrote an article on my love affair with Seiko watches. So I don't want to read it myself because I'm kind of embarrassed to read my own work, but thank you guys at The Watch Face for letting me do that and for being in contact with me and supporting me. Really, really appreciate that too. So all that said, as always guys, hope you liked the review. You know what to do. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. Feel free, but as always, and you guys never seem to do this, when I get the occasional thumbs down, you don't leave me a comment. And I need to get better. So if you have a problem with the video, give me that thumbs down. Please leave me a comment so I can get better. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for the support. If you have questions you'd like to ask me, stay tuned. I can always answer those on live sessions. I may not get to all your comments, but I promise you that when we have live sessions, if you can join, I'm happy to answer any questions you guys have for me. And if you want to catch me in the next video and you like what you saw, if you haven't already, please subscribe below. As always, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you.